Last June, when descendants of the college's first president, A.A. Smith, Augustine A. Smith, gathered in this place to celebrate the North Central graduation of President Smith's great, 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 great granddaughter, Brittany Nauman, from North Central College, there were two important people missing, Bartley and Maricela Madden. Okay, that's it. Okay. Who are standing here beside me, and I hope will not freeze to death as we, without the Maddens, we would not be here today, and this remarkable dwelling would not be once again a part of the North Central campus. Without them, we would not be formally naming this house today after the college's first president, who lived here in his final years, and honoring the legacy of his son, Professor Henry C. Smith, who built this house in 1885 and lived in it through most of his remarkable 60-year career as a teacher at the college. In my 3 decades in higher education, I have experienced no act of generosity quite like that of the Maddens. That generosity began when they purchased the house nearly a decade ago, following a horrible tragedy, the deaths of 3 small children. And they vowed to restore it to the Victorian elegance and the joyous home filled with music it once was when the Smith family lived here. They did their homework. They did it well, combing the archives. As important to the house's transformation as Maricela's artistic eye, an eye I like to think was nurtured by her North Central education, and Bart's commitment to do everything first class. As important as those things were, so too was the presence of their 2 beautiful children, Miranda and Lucinda. Together, by their very presence, this remarkable family redeemed the legacy of this wonderful house. But when the restoration and reimagining and redemption of this house were complete, they weren't done. In the spring of 2008, they approached us. Hear those words again. They approached us, wanting to bring the house home, to make a gift of it to North Central. I'm a cynical guy. I've been in this business a long time. What's the catch, I thought? Well, we do have one little request, said Bart. Right. What's it? We'd like the house to be known as the A.A. Smith House. Think about that for a minute. Not only were they giving the college this beautiful house, updated to 21st century standards, with its equally spectacular furnishings, but it was as if they were just custodians, as if everything they'd put into this house for 8 years was about just one thing, which is restoring the house's good name. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A.A. Smith was not just the first president of North Central College, the school we love. He was arguably its greatest president. But let me tell you, in Bartley and Maricela Madden, this house and his college found 2 angels worthy of all of his accomplishments. In gratitude for the Maddens' unmatched generosity of spirit, and in reverence for the continuing legacy of the Smith family in the life of North Central College, it is my honor and great pleasure to formally dedicate this place, this wonderful place, as the A.A. Smith House. Welcome home.
A little over 10 years ago, when Marcel and I moved in, we first started to strip some doors upstairs, and I thought that was going to be it. Then, honestly, and then Marcella said she had a few more ideas. So that started a 4.5-year project with Schiffler Builders, where every week a crew was in the house. So it was quite an undertaking. And the one thing that I should mention is when we drive by the house today, it feels different. And it's just not because we no longer own the house, that the house really has a higher purpose. The house is now an integral part of North Central College, and it plays a role in educating young people, and I think that is something we should all celebrate. Thank you.
You can see these are remarkable people, and we are so grateful. We are so grateful. You all, I hope, will get a copy of this. In the future, we're going to sell it for $10. So you're being here, but if you take a look at it, you'll see that this book really captures not just the history of the house, but also the extraordinary love that these two people put into restoring it and indeed reimagining it as a spectacular place for North Central College, but a gift to the future of this campus. We will always be grateful. Thank you. That's it. You don't have to freeze to death. You've got to get to White Activity Center in the next 15 minutes.